Influencer launches GoFundMe page to cover 8K of damage caused to Airbnb during 30th birthday bash. The influencer said she could pay the bill herself, but thought she would try getting others to donate first. An influencer has launched a fundraiser to help cover a whopping $13,000 bill she received after trashing an Airbnb in a 3-week-long bender. I absolutely despise calling people like this influencers. I don't think we should. I don't think this person is an influencer or should be treated like an influencer. Ultimately, she's just popular on the internet. I hate acknowledging that someone like this could have influence. Someone who should be considered an influencer wouldn't be trying to get strangers on the internet to pay for their trashing an Airbnb. I don't consider that to be an influencer move. I consider that to be a grifter and just a gross human being move. Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. It's been a little while since we looked at r/iamatotalpieceofsh, but here we are. We're gonna take a look at it. I felt like I had something else to say there, and it's gone, so it couldn't have been that important, could it? Let's take a look at the subreddit, shall we? Vandalizing an LGBT crosswalk, brain, thank you. The icing on the cake here, the real icing on the cake, is that the people that vandalized it, they misspelt Genesis. It just shows the exact kind of people they are, doesn't it? They're trying to quote the Bible to somehow support their claims here about hate, even though it's a god of the opposite of hate. At least that's what it teaches. But they can't even spell Genesis right. Just the peak of intelligence. Geniuses. Absolute clear geniuses. I robbed my own grandma and I took all her insurance and house tax money. Yeah, I don't want to be the type to judge a book by its cover, but they look like the type. I think the face tattoos obviously don't help, but there are plenty of people with face tattoos that aren't like that. I can't talk, I wear war paint. What am I even on about? The facial expression though reads, I think we all know what the money got used on. Yeah, scumbag. Their own grandma. Yeah. And Bad Parents of the Year award goes to the idiots that put their children on a sea lion. Sea lions eat penguins. They literally live off of a creature that is about the size of your child. They are carnivorous. How stupid can you be? They are so lucky that their child didn't actually just get eaten by that sea lion, because it could have. It really, really could have. Idiots. Actual idiots. For a photo, I can't imagine how someone can be that dumb. How can someone be a parent and be that irresponsible? Really? I don't know what the first line of that says, but doesn't mean you have to do it alone. It's okay to ask for help. Hashtag 22 a day. It is okay to ask for help, no matter who you are. Doesn't matter. But this... Did Jesus ask for help embracing his suck? Wait, embracing his suck? Jesus did ask for help. Tell me you didn't read the Bible without telling me you didn't read the Bible. The day before his crucifixion, Jesus asked 3 of his apostles to stay the night with him. During his crucifixion, he cried out to God. He asked for help. The whole Bible, Jesus tells people to help others, to ask for help. You won't receive help unless you ask for it. That's like the message. The whole time Jesus is going around healing people, he's healing people who ask to be healed. The whole message of the Bible is help each other. So did Jesus ask for help? Yes. And even if he didn't, he's like the human embodiment of God. So like it's not even a fair comparison, because the point of Jesus is that he's meant to be perfect, but he still asked for help. What about the story of the fish and the bread, when Jesus asked everybody to contribute food so that everybody could be fed, and everyone was fed as a result? He asked for help in doing that. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. There's so much asking. The whole concept of prayer is asking for help, is it not? I'm gonna lose my mind. Tell me you haven't read the Bible without telling me you haven't read the Bible. Me after a customer tried to pay for the person behind them in the drive-thru, but I took the money as a tip. That's just stealing. That's theft. That money isn't yours. It wasn't for you. It's legally not a tip. It was to pay for food. You've stolen money. That's a crime. You've just committed a crime and then bragged about it on the internet. I wonder if this guy lost his job. Hold on. I'm actually gonna look this up. Doesn't look like there's been any consequence yet. That's a shame. That's a shame. They've stolen and ultimately posted that on the internet in a viral video, and Duncan hasn't done anything about it. That's a shame. Is a shame. Oh well. Casual racism on the street. Who thinks this is acceptable? Who goes out on the street and sees a person of any ethnicity and immediately thinks, oh, you know what I'll do? I'll bring up a stereotypical song from their culture and do a stereotypical dance next to them while playing it. That'll teach them. That'll get them. Oh, comedy. It's just gross, isn't it? I say that a lot. I say that things are gross quite a lot. But let's be real here, it's gross. It's just gross. Dad abandons son 5 at school after discovering he's not his father. A man in China reportedly refused to care for his son after discovering he's not his actual biological offspring and left him at preschool. The responses and comments to this post on Reddit were quite weird and kind of gross. There were a lot of comments defending the dad, and I think that that's wrong. And I'm going to talk about why. And I actually looked into this exact case just to know more information about it before I talked on it. There were a lot of people saying things like, oh, it's the mum's fault. She didn't tell the dad. He has every right to leave, all of that stuff. And like, I understand that the news like this would be really rough, and it is ultimately the mother's responsibility to have told him this, assuming she knew, which she might not have done, but he is still fundamentally wrong for multiple reasons. And looking into this news report brings to light more reasons why he's fundamentally wrong here. Reason 1, the child has done nothing wrong. The child is innocent in this entire thing. This child believes that this man is his dad. He's not going to understand the nuance in this. He's not going to understand anything in this. All he knows is that his dad dropped him off at a daycare and left, and that he isn't going to see him again. He's going to be heartbroken. That's soul-crushing news for anyone to hear. Not only that, for whatever reason, I don't know, the news report didn't have information on this, the mother clearly wasn't available to pick up the child. And we know the mother wasn't available to pick up the child because the child wasn't picked up for 5 days, meaning the mother either wasn't alerted, was out of town, was busy with business, and because of that, the child was in the care of this man for at least the next 5 days. And this man chose that as a time to drop a child off with nothing but a phone and a change of clothes at a preschool, who then wasn't picked up for at least 5 days. You cannot defend the man in this case for doing something like that. No matter what kind of news you've received, no matter if the child isn't his or not, he literally dropped a child off at a kindergarten and told the kindergarten that it's their responsibility now and then left. You can't defend that. You just can't. I'm gonna be real here, okay, and say that it doesn't matter what you're protesting, that doesn't justify holding up emergency vehicles. I don't care what you're protesting. I saw a sign on the front there that said end police brutality, so I'm assuming this is some form of BLM protest. That doesn't matter. I'm not saying BLM doesn't matter, by the way. It really does. I went to protests. But that doesn't justify holding up a fire truck trying to get to a burning building. It wouldn't justify holding up an ambulance trying to get to injured people. Holding up emergency vehicles is not justifiable regardless of what you're protesting. It doesn't matter how just the cause is that you're protesting. It doesn't justify this. It doesn't. That's all I have to say there, really. It just doesn't justify it. Police. Blank tossed Tosters? Toddlers found unconscious after mum left them in car to get nails done. Those children could have died. If they weren't found, she could have taken who knows how long. They could have died, especially in the current heat that is going on. This is, I don't know, I hope she's been charged with, I haven't looked up the news report. Assumedly, she will have been charged with negligence or child endangerment or something along those lines. If she hasn't, then what is going on there? But someone like this shouldn't be a parent. If you're gonna get your nails done, take them inside. Leave them with a carer. Find someone to look after them. It doesn't matter. Don't leave them in a car in this heat. Not only were they unconscious, probably from a heat stroke, they could have been kidnapped being left in a car on their own. There are so many things that could have happened to these children because this mother decided that she wanted to get her nails done. That's unacceptable. That's actually unacceptable. And a similar case that I'm gonna finish on here. Puppy left in car with mouth taped shut while man gambling, Las Vegas police say. Las Vegas hit 104 degrees Fahrenheit, which is something like 40 degrees C in the UK, I think. I'm just gonna verify that. Hold on, I typed, yeah, 40. That's 40 degrees C. And this puppy was left in a car with its mouth taped shut so that a man could go gamble. Nah, that's not okay. This man should, one, not have a puppy, two, should not be allowed to walk free in the streets. That's not okay. Not to go gamble, just to go gamble. I'm not okay with that. I don't accept that. Absolutely not. And that's where I'm going to end the video. Oh, always ending these videos on a happy note, huh? Boy, if you want to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click that join button on the channel to join me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. Whew. Special thank you to Nix, Holly Miller, Kaorianne Mori, Chase Howard, Karen Duca, Top Shelf, Elle, Rennie, Dev, Thomas Penny, Emily Potter, Greyhound, Maxine Lankow, Gravity Gaia, Kelly Bock, Carolyn, The Angry Potatoes, Sven Arctic Fox, Outcast Jupiter, Abel Eris Winchester, Ghost Orchid, Charlie the Mad 256, Kate Cat, Two Lakes in a Valley, Ika Limchok, An Agent, Galaxy, Ronnie, Dam, Bug, Toxie Rain, Salted Denim, Poet Blanderson, Auntie Kaylee, EB Agent J, and Santa Kiara. Sorry if I pronounced it that wrong. I think it's Kiara. Maybe Chiara. Let me know in the comments if I pronounced your name wrong. I apologize for supporting the channel and supporting my content. Thank you so much, guys. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.